All right. Yuk MC is supposed to be here, but he's not here yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and play some tracks, and yeah, well, we're gonna do some hip hop at least to start this. We'll see how long we go. If Yuk shows up or not, I'm gonna text him during the track and make sure he's on his way, or if he needs to reschedule for maybe next. It might be next season because we're getting pretty filled up. But in any case, what we got here to start is now this is listed as Monster Jinx, which is a label, so I'm gonna have to dig in. But that's what I put on the thing. I think this might be like a posse cut. But anyway, it's this is in probably in Portuguese because they're a Portuguese label. So I think actually my Spanish pronunciation is pretty good. But I don't know if that's going to be the case for the Portuguese, but I'm gonna read it like it's Spanish. Vinera o Diabo, and I'm guessing this is featuring someone. Faz Festas Gatinos. I don't know what the parenthetical statement is, but it's a cool track. Let's check it out.
Tô na Monster Jinx, som preto alternativo. Panda, piano, kuduro progressivo. Gume invertido, samurai citadino. Tasca de palito, aperitivo. Grita comigo, sou o Rick James, puta. Não bebo sumo porque estes dreads não me dão luta. Íris a queimar, vejo o sol por uma lupa. Vim para ficar, pegada na lua. Esta é a lei das ruas. Sésamo, aqui ninguém pia. Quando eu silvestro, asas no asfalto, mospito no teto. Meu nome é JK, sou o pai do teu neto. Eu swaggo, é ver estes geeks aos gritos. Não te preocupes se eu escrevo rimas, eu já sou fixe. Sem validade nem existe, para mim não há limites. GTA com cheats.
Momo Monster Jinx slap, biga banger rap. Momo Monster Jinx rap, armadilha de internet. Momo Monster Jinx. Foda-se, filho, onde é que encontraste isto? Estás à altura de elefante, como um tanque comandante. Borras-te todo laxante, estás connosco, estás com Jack, estás à boss, como ao Ross. Fumo parque, fumo branco, relaxante nesta banda.
Não tô no top, mas gosto de ti aqui sem top. Apanhas-me, topping de morango, grade, super box, super rock. Bêbada Almada, mas a apagar na trap. Headphones, boom, bap, 3-7, indie rap, backpack. Interno jet lag, minado jack, lençóis cheiram a Chanel. Jinx party no motel, sou da MS, bom mel. 99, nenhum drama. Uma Jedi à mesa, macete na cama.
Fatia fininho, bota o frasco todo. Lixeira brava, moça Jinx é gandaloso. Nitronius, raids comensais. Agora também a devorar instrumentais. Sapato bicudo, laço ao pescoço. Causo alvoroço, não duvides moço. Eloquentemente badalhoco, tripalhoco, mas fofinho como um bolinho de coco. Urso raver, dá-lhe rente. Só quero mamas à frente da minha lente. A preto e branco, ou a cores. Chefe nos pratos e zima misturar sabores. Gordistana, membro mais pesado, da crew mais insana. Não sou da favela, mas botes chapa quente. Estarei nu a gravar isto, possivelmente.
Mini, pequeno Lamborghini. Volto já, estou em Marte a beber martini. Mini, mini, o tempo parou, está em slow. Tenho uma golden shot, saiu no choque a pique. E uso canetas big, como chopsticks. Sou da Monster Jinx, pessoal estranho. Monstro roxo a beber champanhe no banho.
Olá, eu sou a Supa, dizem que sou maluca. A.K.A. qual é o problema desta p***? Sou mesmo fofinha, mas gosto de ficar por cima. Tens que pôr o som certo para me saltar para a espinha. Nunca vais chegar aos meus níveis de dopamina. Já não sou princesa, sou rainha. Sou um conflict, suck my dick. Gay techno, that's my shit.
Sou um cedo Cadillac, sou o Batman do rap. Tenho um dinossauro de mão, pedra, papel, T-Rex. Dou mais nas francesinhas do que cabarés. Obrigado setup pelo molho que nos concedes. Dreads, juram que eu não existo, sou esquisito mas sou real. Ornitorrinco, quem é que me sente? O pessoal que bate mal eternamente contra a corrente. Salmão imortal.
Venero ao diabo, faz festas a gatinhos.
Eu faço festas ao diabo e venero gatinhos. Eu vejo mal, é para tu veres. E a minha barba anda a crescer de poderes. Chewbacca walk a flame, o ninja do espaço. Monster Jinx rouba a carrinha dos lados. Somos mais o Tang do que os Tang. Acionistas da Ferrari, brem, tem, tem.
Venero ao diabo, faz festas a gatinhos. 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 Venero ao diabo, faz festas a gatinhos.
I was muted during that. That was great. So I guess you probably didn't hear any of that. Well, basically what I was saying is that was a pots cut. That's the TLDR on that. What I think I'm gonna do, because my list of hip hop stuff got lost. It was a pretty short list, to be honest. When I moved stuff around on the Etherpad, I was gonna end up having an extra show because I was gonna do the Christmas show on Christmas Eve. I ended up booking Conan Neutron though. I was having some trouble booking some folks, and then I had more folks say yes than I actually had spots for, but that's fine because now that it's just me, it's pretty easy to just reschedule. So I think I'm gonna run through some of these Christmas songs. I was thinking about saving the Christmas tracks until next year anyway, since I had enough shows. But let's just make it happen now. December 10th. Let's put some Christmas tracks. This is Exalted Dirt with Carol of the Bells. All right, a pretty impressive array of Christmas decorations there. Yeah, so next musician is a Jackson Frost. Yeah, so I don't know. It's not really a Scandinavian name, but maybe it's the son of Jack. Son of Jack, Jack's son. But yeah, this is Christmas morning. All right. Yuck says that he has resolved his technical difficulties, so he should be here shortly. Maybe we'll get back in the hip hop groove since he's going to be here. This is one of those artists that was mentioned in that posse cut. This is J-K.
No mundo perfeito eu provavelmente não existia. Por isso aceito a mediocridade e a mediania. Enquanto espero pelo raio de sol que fura o dia. Seja acordado ou em sonhos, é pancada vitalícia. Uma miragem, um oásis, a perfeição sem estigma. É como se alguém pintasse o Guernica em cima da Mona Lisa. É como acabar a Sagrada Família com pedras da muralha da China. E por cima o teto da Capela Sistina. Não percebo nada de estética e o meu gosto é desadequado, mas até fico deslocado com esse pescoço pintado. Esse ombro esculpido só pode ser um mito. Estou a vê-la à minha frente e mesmo assim não acredito. Oferece-me essa rosa, deixa-me remexer essa asa. Acho que estou apaixonado pela mulher que trazes tatuada. Desculpa a confiança, mas devo estar hipnotizado. Podes-me levar emprestado para ser optimizado. Não consigo parar de olhar para elas. Devo estar enfeitiçado. Estou por mim a segui-las, só penso em atingi-las. Estou doente e adoro delirar. Não consigo parar de olhar para elas. Devo estar condenado. Estou por mim a segui-las, só penso em atingi-las. Estou doente e adoro delirar. Eu anda à procura do infinito enquanto segura a chave. Na procura uma mulher tatuada com uma mulher tatuada. Isto não é paixão, isto não é atração fatal. Eu só a queria para ser admirada, sentada num pedestal. Eu estou tão mal e nem consigo pegar na caneta. É impossível pensar com esta tosse seca. Aposto que cuidavas de mim se soubesses falar. E acho que estou a melhorar só com o teu olhar. Não consigo desviar, estou preso na pintura epidérmica. Aposto que tens poderes, deves ser telecinética. Não é sintética, parece que nasceste desenhada. Por outro lado, tu só podes ter sido desenhada por um ser perfeito como essa tinta abençoada. Dou o meu peito contrafeito por essa pele imaculada. Vou pelo trilho mais estreito para saber a tua morada. Vou saltar do parapeito porque ouvi dizer que voavas. Não consigo parar de olhar para elas. Devo estar enfeitiçado. Dou por mim a segui-las, só penso em atingi-las. Estou doente e adoro delirar. Não consigo parar de olhar para elas. Devo estar condenado. Dou por mim a segui-las, só penso em atingi-las. Estou doente e adoro delirar. Estou curioso, como o gato que morreu é sumptuoso. Quero que nunca ninguém me deu, não é gozo. É uma necessidade asfixiante, sedento. Sou um vampiro que nunca provou sangue. Se tivesse dinheiro, entregava todo. Se tivesse saúde, ficava só com o último sopro. Moribundo, bastava um toque antes do sufoco. Pois não teria tempo para dizer que me soube a pouco. Hoje soube-me tanto, hoje soube-me a pranto. Segui a pista na neblina, esfumou-se num canto. Em bibliotecas e cafés, a pedir cafés, a receber olhares fulminantes por pedir cafés. À deriva e sem remos nas galés. Tatuaste os pés, então dá-me com os pés. És tão mais do que vês, és tão mais do que és. Não consigo parar de olhar para elas. Devo estar enfeitiçado. Vou por mim a segui-las, só penso em atingi-las. Estou doente e adoro delirar. Não consigo parar de olhar para elas. Devo estar condenado. Estou por mim a segui-las, só penso em atingi-las. Estou doente e adoro delirar.
All right, so lesson number 1, when you're on a video, it automatically mutes you. So, how's it going?
Going good. How are you doing?
Doing all right. My dog is around here somewhere. He's right here. I don't know why he's running around. So if you hear the tappy tap tap, that's his nails. He
Hey,
just went out.
dogs are the best beings in the world, so it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So you had some difficulties, but we got you here, so that's awesome.
Technology helps and it hinders.
Yes.
Way of the world.
Absolutely. So I don't know if you've seen any of these or some of the the back catalog, but the history of this is that Cheese and Potsy and Long John, we used to hang out really early. It was really early for Long John. And so guys that have watched this show for a while, they'll be familiar faces to them. And you know those guys. Now, I think that story is documented somewhere, maybe on did Potsy do an interview with you? Or
He
was
did.
that on? Okay.
That was back for the Block Report.
Yeah, for the Block Report. And then you have a show now that you're too deep in called it's Discovery Sessions. Is it Blockcast Discovery Sessions? Is that the full name?
That's the full name. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a quarterly.
Yeah. So that's an interesting. It's like a magazine sort of thing. I don't think anybody is doing that with the podcast. It's an interesting format.
Mike approached me and he was like, I basically said to him, like, hey, do you have anything that I could do that's above and beyond just making music?
Yeah.
But I want to do this quarterly podcast. And he said, I have an idea of it being kind of like a crate dig. And so I came back with the Discovery Sessions
Yeah.
format, where I would be like, I'm going to try and piece everything together in the episode that makes sense, even though it might not seem like it at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
That's kind of
So
what's happened.
you had the first one, you went through some of your backstory and you talked about the show, and then you did the crate dig, and then you had on Head Snack / Phonics
Yep.
on show number 2. So people should definitely go and check that out. But as you mentioned, you're making the music yourself. Why don't you tell folks a little bit about? And we've played some of your videos, so people that have watched before, I think actually might have played one last week. People probably will have heard some of your stuff, but for anybody who's new, why don't you talk a little bit about what you do?
Well, sure, yeah. So, I came by music pretty honestly. My grandmother was a doctor of music, and the thing about that was she was at the forefront of electronic music. So I was the first grandchild growing up. Basically, she was just like, "Here's how you make electronic music, grandchild," and that's how I hooked up with Cheese and Potsy. I was living below them at a place on Fraser Street here in Vancouver, and I heard these beats coming down, so I grabbed my bass and my bong and I headed upstairs and I was like, "Hey guys!" And so for the first album, I just did bass, synth, and trumpet, no raps. And then I think it was during the second album with them, which would have been Schneiderheiders, I think. They said, "Yo, you should rap," and I was like, "I'm not a rapper. I don't rap."
Yeah.
And we down and did the beats and the book and all that and had everything go, and it turns out that I actually am a rapper.
So when you were doing the tracks with them, was that a Cheese and Potsy track, or were those Puck Crew tracks?
That was all Puck.
Okay. So are you an official member of the Puck Crew, or?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize that. And so I associate Nerdicus with your group as well. So is Nerdicus part of the Puck Crew too, or is he just?
So I joined Puck in '97. He joined in like 2007.
Okay.
So yeah, like I think they started everything in '94, so they were still kind of finding their groove when I joined. them.
Okay.
But yeah, when we do a Puck album, I don't get featuring credits. I'm already on there.
Fair enough. So it's the 5 of you guys are what make
you see, the Puck Crew's kind of it's interesting. There's no set core membership. When I was in it, there was also Kenny Ken, there was Quest Dog, there was Pee Wee. Like they're all suburban bandits, and they were all part of the Puck Crew at the time. So it kind of flows. There's always the core 3, which is Long John, Cheese, Potsy. Those guys.
Okay. So that's where
they're
I
the
got
ones
that
who
from.
started it.
Okay.
But after that, there was, I think apart from them, I'm the longest one that's still actually recording them. So
fair enough. Yeah. So the last Puck Crew album, was that last year?
Yeah, that was what was it? This one, Maple Theory, I think.
I think that sounds right. Yeah.
I've got it here. I got it here. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Is my image backwards? Probably.
No, it sounds good. Maple without the E.
Without the E, yeah, because it was it's an acronym for something I can't remember.
All right. Fair enough. And then, but you had some releases earlier this year.
Yeah, I did. I released my 3rd record with Block Sonic and my 8th solo album overall.
Very nice.
That was The Future Presents the Past. And that's an interesting record, like I kind of started branching out from my traditional boom bap, old school stylings that I've done and started getting a little more creative, adding a little more vocals. I still need to work on my recording quality, but I do everything myself. So, all my videos too, by the way, I do absolutely everything on my videos. I film everything, I edit, I'm a 100% one-man show.
Yeah, I was going to say, so I mentioned earlier, I thought I had played one last week. I played Trouble last week.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my lyric video.
Yeah,
I
but
actually did. I did 10 music videos this year.
that is a lot. Yeah, we played Who I Be
Who I
on
Be, yeah.
September 17th, and then in August 20th we played Standing on the Edge,
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
and then this one's backwards. Forever and a Minute we played
Mhm.
July 30th,
Nice.
and then In the Garden we played June 4th. Greatest Hits back in April, and
I enjoyed making that video.
what was that?
I enjoyed making that video.
Yeah. And then What You Got also in April.
Yep.
And then we played we go even further back. Last year we played Bad Habits.
Yeah,
We played
that was my first video of the last year. That was the
Yeah.
one that basically started it. Once I did that one, I was like, oh, okay, my videos are actually looking like
Yeah.
video.
We actually played that twice. That was one thing that that when Cheese and Pot C were coming on, they were all about the reprise. They would play videos like every week for a month.
Yeah, Potsy's also about one and done, and so I've had to distance myself from maybe his straight format to adapting it to myself. Not everybody can just record a rap once and it sounds like it does, you know.
Yeah. I mean, that's gotta. I think there's a certain like. You just have to be if you're gonna set out to do that. You just have to be at peace with it, and I think Posse is just such a chill dude. It's like, well, that's what I laid down, so that's what I laid down.
That's it. He's all about quantity, and somehow he delivers quality with that, which is I can't do. If I do quantity, there's not a lot of quality there.
Yeah. Yeah. So people that like you have been featured on. I'm not even gonna count here, but actually you're listed as well. No, okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say listed as featured appears on, but it appears on the on all those the Puck albums. I'm just looking at it's like 12, 15 albums that you've appeared on.
Yeah.
So and then you did what we were talking about you. I interviewed Josh from Louis Ling a while back, and you did a remix for Disrupt that he.
I sure did.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say he really enjoyed it, but he enjoyed it enough to put it on the album. So what more can be said about than that?
I loved that remix. I really enjoyed that because it was super different from the original, and yet I felt like it still honored the integrity of the song. But yeah.
People, I don't know exactly what it was about that, but people just really, that album really spoke to people. He got so many remixes, and we've tried to do the remix thing with other groups, and it just hasn't gone as well.
It has. I found that when you're doing remixes, because I love doing remixes. I'm working on some back end Block Sonic stuff right now that nobody except me and Mike knows about. It has to be a very specific sound to work.
Yeah,
you can't take any song and remix it. Like it's not like that. And the dual vocalists for them really works. I think having the male female offset where you can actually like play them off each other, work them together. I think
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That absolutely contributes to it.
I was just thinking if I had any tracks, a remix in my. I've got like I don't even call it an outline of like all the tracks I want to play for all the different guests. It's really more of a spattering. I don't have any, and I try to kind of like pick from those when the time is right. I don't have any remixes ready to go though. I do have an artist that I think might appeal to you. They are also from the Pacific Northwest, a little bit south of you, I believe. Are you familiar with Sun Yoga?
Sun Yoga. I am not actually.
All right. Well, let's check out this track and get acquainted with
Awesome.
Sun Yoga. This is featuring Namid Wolf and Stara Being. This is It's On You.
Keep moving forward. Keep your frequency high. Don't get distracted. Tell negativity bye.
Get involved in how the world revolves and evolves.
This is our
Get involved in how the world revolves and evolves.
If you don't feel the love, it's on you. If you don't have compassion, it's on you. If you don't know empathy, it's on you. To do what you gotta do to bring it on through. If you don't see the beauty, it's on you. If you don't speak peace, it's on you. If you don't show kindness, it's on you. To do what you gotta do to bring it on through. Now it's on us, all of us. Our time is calling us to follow and trust the God in the gut who knows what's up. Anonymous, it's obvious from the outside that we ain't got no insight. And a lot of us have forgotten that we've been light. It's ominous. We run with star dancers, those old soul romances. And we ain't different than anybody else. We're just fearless taking chances. The new global alliance, who knows violence ain't the answer. Still trying to silence us like there ain't no cure for cancer. And they say there's no rest for the wicked. And if that's true, then yes. Every time we kick it, we get to talk truth and progress. We need more peaceful protests without the outcome of death. They said they can't breathe. Few know the value of breath. I mean, do we not know that we don't have to participate in this hate? But they laugh when we say we can meditate into bliss states. Yet census wars are still killing people to this day. And we've had infinite options that have been clearly on display. So nationalism, capitalism, that shit's gotta go. Rationalism, spiritualism, no, that's that flow. So we need a new warrior, a universal soldier who serves an ancient love much older than anybody ever told you. That'll hold you to reparations for the birth of this nation. Our foundation almost wiped out the indigenous population. But it's not about fighting tyrants, it's about raising generations to focus their energy on their own transformation. If you don't feel the love, it's on you. If you don't have compassion, it's on you. If you don't know empathy, it's on you. To do what you gotta do to bring it on through. If you don't see the beauty, it's on you. If you don't speak peace, it's on you. If you don't show kindness, it's on you. To do what you gotta do to bring it on through.
The days is a maze, the crisis. We struggle through the trouble, burn the shift to the crown, sift through rubble. I've been silent through the tides, meditate, go within mind's eye, realize once again. I've been mad, sad to understand through researching what I never knew. Then my knowledge grew, it's been weighing on me heavy. World laying low, the seeds we sow grow in time by divine design. So we clash into a radiant gradient. Our shades and systems corrupt, collapse. I'm speaking Palladian, undoing what my ancestors did. I've been different since a kid, harboring hate in your heart. Ain't no way to live, so I'ma raise my son right. Fighting the good fight so we could breathe a little deeper. Wake us from the dark night. True revolution comes from inner evolution. Gotta feel it to see it, to heal it, to be the solution.
If you don't feel the love, it's on you. If you don't have compassion, it's on you. If you don't know empathy, it's on you. To do what you gotta do to bring it on through. If you don't see the beauty, it's on you. If you don't speak peace, it's on you. If you don't show kindness, it's on you. To do what you gotta do to bring it on through. If you don't feel the love, it's on you. If you don't have compassion, it's on you. If you don't know empathy, it's on you. To do what you gotta do to bring it on through. If you don't see the beauty, it's on you. If you don't speak peace, it's on you. If you don't show kindness, it's on you. To do what you gotta do to bring it on through.
Get involved in how the world revolves and evolves.
This is our moment. This is our moment. This is our moment. This is our moment. This is our moment.
All right. So what'd you think of that?
Yeah, that's great. Good vibe. I like the double time rap.
Yeah.
It's my style.
Yeah, I've known about yoga for your years for a while. But maybe they don't have a lot of videos. I feel like we don't play them a lot. So good stuff over there. I didn't ask at the beginning. We kind of just got talking, which is good. Did you bring any videos to share today? If not, no problem.
I do not have a new one yet. I'm working on it. I'm close. My favorite video I've done was the last video that I did for my old hometown. So I'm going a little bit more that way. I feel like that's the first like real video that I've done. The other ones were kind of fun and, you know, whimsical, I'd say. This one, yeah, it's a serious song, so the video is a little more serious, and I feel like it.
Well, you know
Yeah,
what? I haven't played that one, so let's do it.
Perfect.
Yeah. So you said it's a little bit serious. You want to talk about it before, after, or just let the song speak for itself?
I mean, the song kind of speaks for itself. To be fair, you know, I lived in a lot of places growing up. I didn't have one specific hometown, but what I did was I took the feeling from all those places and I put it into the song. The sentiment is real. The feelings are true. There wasn't one specific town, but it's applicable nonetheless.
Yeah.
I took my time to actually make a proper video, which I'm happy about, and I like the song too. So yeah, that's
All
it.
right. This is my old hometown, Yuk MC.
So much has changed, almost nothing stays the same. I still feel the shame, I still feel the disdain. Being stuck in one place, no choice, no face. Still behind in the race, my shoes were always half laced. Outpaced by my peers for nearly all of my years. But now I'm fighting back with the sound in your ears. All my fears were created in my old hometown. Sometimes when I get quiet, I can still hear the sound of that ringing school bell. Sometimes it seemed like hell, and I remember all those feelings just a little too well. The halls were no better, shit, those bullies were the worst. Competing to see who could outrun all those assholes, get home first. The thirst for knowledge was always outweighed by fear, and I gotta do it all again. This next year my mind is flowing through the memory. It's so bad I can barely see. I wanna push these thoughts away, but now they are a part of me. In my old hometown, it brings me down, it brings me down, it brings me down, it brings me down. In my old hometown, I wore the crown, I wore the crown, I wore the crown, I wore the crown. In my old hometown, I lost the sound, I lost the sound, I lost the sound, I lost the sound, I lost the sound. In my old hometown, I was not really around, I was around. Yeah, my old hometown, it really wasn't that great. It left me with some spite and a bucket full of hate. Too late to turn around, driving down my old street, and all the memories flip back, making me white as a sheet. I don't remember everything, but what I do seems far away. But when I go to therapy, I got nothing to say. I pray for better days ahead. The dread is too much, holding on to feelings like a lady grasps her clutch. I touched down to reality just momentarily. As far as I can see, there isn't any hope for me. I blame it all, of course, on the place I was raised. I remember broken dishes, but somehow I wasn't fazed. I corrupted my behavior just to try and escape. Locked it all down with a special mixtape full of songs from the past, which is where they should stay. I deal with those old feelings almost every day. And I never thought I would forget you. And I never thought that I would want to. These memories just can't be put away. But I really don't want to live this way. In my old hometown, it brings me down, it brings me down, it brings me down, it brings me down. In my old hometown, I wore the crown, I wore the crown, I wore the crown, I wore the crown. In my old hometown, I lost the sound, I lost the sound, I lost the sound, I lost the sound. In my old hometown, I was not really around, I was around, I was around. In my old hometown.
All right. And it said that right at the end, but that was off of Analog Dreams, which was last June. So not
Last
off
year.
the
Yeah.
yeah, not off the latest release. So it sounds like you kind of maybe felt like you had some unfinished business off of that album going back and making the video for that.
Yeah, well, the first one I did, Bad Habits, was also from that record, and that was just before Future Presents the Past was released.
Hmm.
And once I started making the videos for Future Presents the Past, I was like, well, there's a couple of songs on Analog Dreams that could definitely use a good video. And
Fair
I felt
enough.
confident in my video abilities that I could actually parlay what I was trying to accomplish with that song.
Very nice. We keep things pretty chill here usually. But I do have to ask. I feel like hip hop community not really always known. I mean, segments of it are, of course, for being the most the welcoming of communities. So I wondered if you had any blowback from riding that rainbow, or has everything been positive after that? Or
I have not gotten any negative feedback from that at all, actually, which is pretty amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
You wouldn't expect that, I guess, necessarily, especially in hip hop.
Yeah.
And I think the overall climate of tolerance is changing in a way, but at the same point, it's going the wrong way in some places too.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, it's possible some of that. Sometimes these guys that are famous, they just say whatever they think. Just if they're not in the news, then they gotta do something to get themselves back in the news. And that's not a hip hop thing. That's a
popularity thing.
Yeah, and sometimes people just do stupid stuff and say stupid things. So and it's like, I don't know, but that's awesome. It's kind of like with Head Snack, his too small to cancel.
Yeah.
It's like,
So
it's like, nobody feels like they got to start beef with you to like get in the newspaper. So they're just like, okay, well,
yeah,
so
exactly.
I mean,
well, and it was a big decision for me, obviously, to release that track, right?
Yeah.
Like that's not something I was oblivious to. Like, I'm conscious of the temperature of the world and of all that, but at the same time, I am 50 years old now. I can't be somebody I'm not for somebody else's sake. I got to be who I am. I've got to express myself the way that I need to be expressed. I feel like I've finally gotten there, and I'm happy about it. And I'm pretty content with who I am. So
yeah, it's interesting too that I don't know if you're a sports fan at all, but literally right before we got on here, I finished watching the Barry Sanders documentary. It's called Bye Bye Barry.
Yep.
And Barry Sanders was a man who, I think in his 20s, when he was in his height of his fame, was not super comfortable with the spotlight. And he seems to be a man. He's 53 now, or was 53 when they were shooting the videos anyway for that. He seems to be a man who has come to peace with that. And I think there's a certain wisdom that comes with, they say that I don't remember what there's some sort of phrase about youth being wasted on the young or something like that. So but
the comfort and the knowledge you get when you're in your later years are betrayed by your body.
No, I feel like my hair's starting to thin. I'm 40 now, and just like, it's no bounce like I used to.
The one thing that I'm not sure a lot of people know about this, because I haven't announced it, but I had 4 heart failures last year.
Well, I knew you had some health trouble, so
it was you know, combination of a lot of different things, stress, dealing with a baby mama that's not all there, you know, the stresses of the world, everything coming at one time. It was during COVID, so no surprise there. You know, it really put things into perspective for me.
Yeah.
Like, I was in the hospital on my son's 5th birthday, and it killed me. You know, I could see him. It was one of the worst days of my life. And the next day I got out, which is hilarious that they released me the day after his birthday.
Yeah.
And I promised myself that wasn't going to happen again. So it forced me to start an entire overhaul of outlook, let's say.
Yeah.
I don't sweat the small stuff at all. I know people say all the time, don't do that, but it's impossible to do if you're not in the right space. And now I'm in a space where when people say things to me, I'm just like, I don't care what you think of me.
Yeah.
Great. Sorry you feel so bad about me, but I don't.
Yeah. You know, and I guess anybody who's struggling with stress and anxiety, I don't know if this is something that you do, but I've found that that meditation really helps. I do like 15 minutes of breath work a day, and like even just that is super helpful. So I mean, you know, the catch-22, of course, is that the people that are stressed out are the first thing they're going to think is, well, I don't have time for this. But you know, if you can think with a clear head, I mean, it's just worth it. I feel like, you know, like
my girlfriend Michelle is an energy healer. She does she meditates probably 5 times a day. She's a master of it. I've never seen anybody who can control energy the way she can. So she encouraged me to do because I have a bizarre sleep schedule. I go to sleep at 6 a.m. and I wake up at 9 a.m. basically every day. I sleep for 3 hours.
That is bizarre, yes.
It's bizarre, it was necessity. I was sleeping for 6-7 hours a night, and I was waking up more tired than when I went to bed. And the doctor said that he felt like I was sleeping for enough, then waking up to go to the bathroom or just activating a bit and trying to go back to sleep. And my brain and my body were fighting each other because my brain was ready to be up and my body was like, I'm not ready. And so then I would waste all my energy. So about 4.5 years ago, I started sleeping for 4 hours a night, and it worked. And then I went to 3 probably about a year ago, and it's unbelievable. Like, I wake up, I don't need naps throughout the day. I have unbelievable energy the second I wake up. I found that if I went to bed at 3 and woke up at 6, I was bitter against the world, because who the fuck wants to be getting up at 6? I'd rather be going to bed at 6. So it doesn't.
Well, you must not have cats if you think getting up at 6 is unusual.
I do not have any pets. I have my son who's 6, you know, and he comes here on the weekends, but he gets me up at 8 o'clock, which is reasonable.
Yeah, the cats at the first, when the sun comes up over the horizon,
they're up.
They turn into
I've had
monsters.
cats. I just don't right now.
Yeah.
So anyways,
fair enough.
The point of it was that at usually about 2 or 3 in the morning, I go out for a walk in my area, and I go over to a park, and I have my either meditation session or my energy release session, at which point I take my coat and I scream as loud as I can about all the bullshit that I'm dealing with for the day. It's in a spot where I suppose I probably could yell without the coat, but I figure if anybody hears it, the cops are going to be there saying somebody's being slaughtered in the park, so I use the coat. But it's unbelievable how much stress and anxiety it relieves to just scream at something.
Yeah.
You know, to get that energy out. I used to keep everything bottled in, and then I'd snap at people. I'd just blow up, and like, whoever wants that? That adds stress. It adds stress to the other person. Now I just get it out every night, and I feel amazing.
Well, now I know that the Puck Crew roots come out of the punk scene. Have you ever thought of doing a punk album or a metal album or something? I mean,
I've thought about doing a lot of different styles of music. I mean, I play adequately probably 12 instruments.
Yeah.
You know, I've written country songs, I've written rock songs, I've done punk songs, I've done all of that.
Well, I'm just thinking, you know, maybe you don't have to go to the park to scream, and you know, like.
No, for sure, but I'm also not going to be able to record that in my house, so.
Fair enough.
Which is where I do everything right now. Same place I make my birdhouses.
Yeah.
This is what I've done for for releasing stress. I make these birdhouses and I sell them at craft fair.
Ah,
Working on this one right now. Pretty fun. It certainly is a test in patience and precision, and those are both good for.
I couldn't. Well, you say that, but I doing stuff like that makes me like, I used to do like computer repair, you know, like on like actual computers, and just like dealing with all the like little stuff. I just hate it so much. So
you see, I would say that when I was 40, I wouldn't have been able to do this. This is something that started just a few months ago for me. And it came from, I had built birdhouses like randomly for family members. My dad turned 70 this year, and I built him one that was 2.5 feet tall. And it kind of just, I got sparked. I was like, well, what happens if I just keep making these and try and sell them?
Yeah, yeah.
Then I found some cedar shingles and I started splitting them. And that's when I got like the siding kind of style of wood.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I've got like 16 made. I sold 4 over the last couple of weekends, you know. So it's there's a
very nice
market for it. I've got the desire to do it, so I'm just going to keep doing it. But
sweet.
I think that's what ultimately that's what the goal is to find something that keeps you at peace, that engages your mind and is productive, but not in, you know, there's no negativity associated with this. Like, who's like, oh, you're fucking making birdhouses? What a jackass. People are like, oh, wow, you make birdhouses. That's cool. Also, I haven't worked in 2.5 months, so I got to do something to get some money.
Oh, yeah. How's
tough scene here? I've applied for over 100 jobs.
Oh, yeah.
And I have bartending credentials like you wouldn't believe, but can't get seen when there's, you know, 1,000 people applying for one bartending.
Oh, yeah. That's
doesn't bring me down though. I stay positive.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah. I don't really know much of anything about the job market outside of the tech scene. I know we have jobs, but we don't have an office in Vancouver, so
probably a good thing. It's outrageous how much it costs to live here.
Yeah.
I'm born and raised here, and I don't know that I'll ever leave because I've tried to, and everywhere I've gone, I'm like, well, it's not Vancouver. And then I come back to Vancouver, and I'm like, fuck Vancouver.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
When I was I moved in with my girlfriend last year, and it was because I was looking for a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment, and the 1 bedroom apartments that were available were $2,600 a month. And that's for like a 650 square foot 1 bedroom apartment.
Yeah, that's not a lot of square feet.
And it's not, that's like, I was making less money than that from my job.
Yeah.
You know, moving in with my girlfriend was a good move. She's unbelievably supportive and doesn't take any shit, which is what I need. I need somebody who's just going to be like, no, you're doing this. Okay, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I mean, it's been a tough go. I'm not going to lie. The last couple of years have been tough. The outlet has been the music and the videos. It's been nice to have the ability to get some of that out through that creative way. But I feel like also it was setting me up for the success that's coming, because I feel like this year is finally, like, things are starting to take shape, I guess.
Do you have a Patreon or anything where folks can support you, or what's
No, not yet. I'm looking into all that. I'm terrible with the online stuff. Like, I try and do my marketing and social media and all that. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm a creator, I don't know how to do any of that shit. I'm terrible with it. I know I have 2,500 followers on TikTok. That's about the maximum amount of traction I've gotten. But that took me like a week straight of just doing follow parties, and I was like, I'm never going to make music if all I'm trying to do is get TikTok.
Yeah, you know that. Yeah.
I don't know the algorithms. I don't know any of that shit. I just make stuff and I put it up and I hope that it sticks. Like, that's what I got. But I've been suggested, like, Patron and also OnlyFans is one that I guess works for people as well. I know it's associated with strippers and dancers and stuff like that.
I know they tried at some point to stop being associated, but I feel like they're never gonna. They should just lean into that.
They should lean into it. That's pretty much all you ever see for it. But I mean, until they do, maybe that's the way for me to go. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
My head starts
Or
to spin when I start thinking about that stuff.
you could just take pictures of you with your shirt off. You know, like there you go. OnlyFans.
Don't I want to get fans? I'm not trying to drive people away, bro. Hey, I've been told round is a shape, so yeah, I'm in shape. Or gut shape? I don't know, one or the other.
So I was looking here for. I mean, I know you said that one was your first real video, but I'm looking at the vegging it out. That looks like a
yeah,
video.
I love that. I love that one. My coworker did the beat.
Okay.
So Bass Legacy, he's a 32-year-old kid. He did a tour through Mexico a few years ago and got a huge following. So he's got 300 and something monthly listeners on Spotify, 300 something thousand, sorry. And he's got, a couple tracks with millions of streams. And he had done this song, and he said, I did this song. He was like, nobody can rap to this song. And so then I did a little freestyle over it, and he was like, oh. And I was like, I'm going to put this on my new album. And so the video for that was just, I had recorded my son just dancing on one of our walks, and I just put it all together in the video. That video is super fun. I do love that video, but certainly it wasn't intended to be a video at first. I just filmed him. I love filming my son. But then when, I saw the song and I heard it, I saw the dancing, I was like, well, the dancing kind of fits with what's happening. And I do love that video very much. But
people will find out why, but I wish that I had I feel like this would have been on one of our Halloween episodes. So
yeah, it definitely has that look at times. Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's check it out. Vegging it
out.
Good feeling of what I got, it's not a lie, so let's go hit the spot and drop these plots until the only option left is begging me stop. I chop these virtues for you with precision, come from years of doing, rocking these epic beats out in the streets, and I'm always improving. Take it right through the doors, cause I forever got more to go. From the middle of the ocean, flowing right up to the shore. I'm an angle and untangle these vibrations like I'm variants, and mix it up with bass like you're seeing these experiments. Drop the shit right on you like I'm straight out of the blue. Coming at me crazy, did you really not think I would do this to you? I spit it funky style while I'm eternal, flame with flow. Incremental, incidental, instrumental, now you know this is true and you'll be due for a visit from the Reaper. Make it feel like you just got bamboozled by that creeper. Seeping in my Ford, but not in yours, cause yes, I am the special. I burn the cheaper like I'm burning bridges on the threshold. I'm messing full, I'm staying gold, I feel just like a centerfold. I'm getting old, my soul controlled, my days and nights are filled with cold. I'm bold and unpredictable, so perfect dose of mystic flows and fills the holes of those who chose to only post for written growth. Shows like this, supposed to bliss and dose, while this for days obsessed. I can't resist, I'm done with this, I'm still gonna try and run with this. The list is endless of the things I really want to get done today, but again, I'm edging out, what's that about? Who can really say day in and day out? You know exactly why I got clout. I never leave that doubt. I turn and turn and turn this mother out. I drop my gloves from my dignity in the line in the sand. I got that unique style and sound, now I hope you understand. I'm vegging it out, I'm vegging it out. Come on, vegging it out, I'm vegging it out. Vegging it out, I'm vegging it out. Come on, vegging it out, I'm vegging it out. Keep it in line with the time. All of the people are losing their minds. Feel your spine realign with my super from the old school rhymes. I can down on what we do. Spit them back to you and yours I'm plotting. You and yours will talk amongst yourselves. Didn't know you could do that. Flatter, gonna get out of here. The call of talking shadow doesn't matter, cause I am the mega blaster. Been smoking chronic since I was 14 years old. How many ounces walking, plus I wonder how many ounces told. We'll never know, so I let it go. Instead my ideas are made to remain. Showing you every side of me, stay true to my only aim. Lock you in the orbit as I'm passing you on the street. And then I let you fade away just like a beat.
Nice.
Oh man, my kid, I tell you. So he's 6 years old. He is 4'5". He is 82 pounds. And he was reading chapter books before he started kindergarten. So we had to put him in French school so that he had a challenge. And now he's fluent in French in kindergarten. It's a pretty amazing kid.
Yeah, I'm not fluent in French, so.
His mom's French, and yeah, I'm sure they're going to have their own secret language, and I don't care. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. I'm not doing it. I know a few words. Of course, we had to take French in school.
Yeah.
Grade 10 or 11, I think it was. I don't remember. And I never remember anything until, like, I went to Montreal once with them, and by the fourth day, I was answering questions being asked in French. I was answering them in English, but
Yeah.
I thought the questions were being asked in English. So I was answering, and they're all like, "Did you understand the question?" I'm like, "Yeah." They just asked where the bathroom was, and they were like, "Yeah, but in French." And I was like, "Oh no, I know French now." Oh.
Yeah, I went to Montreal last year, but I didn't have that experience. But of course, I never took any French. Oh, that's not true. I was in 6th grade. I did this like a exploratory thing where I don't know how many weeks it was, but it was like 6 weeks or something. You like rotated through like, or maybe with the languages it was half a semester. I don't know. There was like half a semester French and half a semester Spanish, something like that. I remember we had escargot.
Oh yeah.
Past that, I don't remember. I don't remember anything. From,
and what'd you think of escargot?
Well, I mean, it seemed fine. You know, I didn't have any problems with it. But it was also,
as my sister called it when she found out what it was, escargross.
yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I was even, you know, like I said, that was the 6th grade, so it was like 30 years ago. But yeah, it just never bothered me.
Me either.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
I
always
guess
had the hashtag, if someone will eat it, I'll eat it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I saw The Lion King when it came out, and I was just like, well, some people eat bugs, you know, whatever. That's what I mean.
I've eaten bugs, yep.
So, you know, I mean, I guess a snail is not a bug, but it's pretty close. I mean,
it's some kind of not food source.
Yeah, it's a thing you might find when Timon and Pumbaa pick up a log in the forest. They might find a snail underneath it. So I was just like, okay, well,
you bet.
That's what they have out in the forest. So
you eat what you got.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. People eat frog legs. I've never done that actually, but
frog legs are awesome actually. But
yeah, so
it's really
I've
cool.
been a vegetarian now for like a decade plus, but or probably I would have had frog legs at some point, but because I've been to New Orleans a couple of times. But
I'm a proud meatitarian.
Yeah, well,
I eat veggies once in a while, but not very often. I come from a family of cattle ranchers, though, so you know.
Yeah, well, that'll
blood, I guess.
That'll do it. Yeah. All right. Are there any other videos we should watch today? I don't think we've seen all of them. We're probably getting close, but
I mean, I'm trying to think of one that you haven't shown.
Yeah.
Standing on the Edge you played. Jesus, I don't know. I can't even remember what videos I have, to be honest.
Yeah, well, there's some of the back catalog that I don't think that we've played, but we can save those for
yeah, just give me a second.
Another day.
Let me log on here and see what I can come up with. It'll just take me a second.
Well, we don't have to watch it first, though.
No, I have a feeling like there's one that I'm thinking of, and I just can't quite place it. So I just want to quickly go on here and see what I'm thinking of. Okay.
We can also rewatch a video if there's a video that you wanna. That's
If I can't find anything, I'd probably go with Bad Habits, just because I did enjoy that. Like that, I know I said that My Old Hometown was my first video.
Yeah.
What I mean by that, it was my first attempt at from the beginning filming in a very specific way to create the look. Bad Habits, I just put together a bunch of clips that I had done. It wasn't even all the clips I had done. It was just what I put in there. So,
well, we played Bad Habits a couple times when it came out, but we haven't played it in like a year. So
well,
I think that'll be fine to play again.
But let me just, let me just have a quick gander here. You played Who I Be in my old hometown, Bad Habits, Forever in a Minute, In the Garden, Trouble, Standing on the Edge. Oh, there's something I'm thinking of. What you got, you played. Yeah, that's right. Let's see the original, and then playlists. My playlist has all my tracks actually in order. The original videos playlist. So that's what I am going to go to. Okay, and standing greatest hit. Yuk MC's greatest hits. Yes, Vegging It Out. What about Brand New Groove from Crazy Shits?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
That was my animation attempt. And also my favorite Crazy Shit song we've done. I did the beat for that one and the hook.
Yeah, I don't actually know if we played this, but I'm not going to bother to check it out. We're just going to watch it.
Yeah, just watch it.
Because I wasn't looking back at the Crazy Shit stuff when I was looking
at
what you played. So
that's why I did my original videos playlist. So basically everything that I've done that's not necessarily under my moniker is
sweet.
So yeah.
Well, why don't you drop that in our chat, and then I can add that to the show notes for folks that want to check everything out.
Yeah, I'll send you the link to it. How about that?
Sweet. All right. So this is Crazy Shit's Brand New Groove.
Yeah, featuring Stanley.
Hey, Daddy, is there a new Crazy Shits coming on?
You bet. New album coming for the Crazy Shits. Who are the Crazy Shits?
Yuk MC, Posse, and the team.
Are you excited about a new album from them?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. This goes back to the days of Smart Cake, the party upstairs feeling like an earthquake. The NFC from Fraser, the main with beats and jets when it was all no stress. And Uncle Brian for the flash plying, kept forgetting the Lonzo with the fingers flying. Shredding the axes, the beats and scratches programmed by the Yuk, getting down with pucks. We never been stuck on a retrospective of all the good times in the sound collective. Despite the hectic, we still go wreck shit. That's how it's gonna stay till we make an exit. Yuk, you guessed it, or maybe not. Another case of point to funk up the spot. The jam right here, steady on the cooker. Yo, Yuk MC, hit him off with the hook.
We gonna make you move with a sound so smooth. We're gonna give it all. We got nothing to lose. We gonna take the truth and give it straight to you. Said we got the move that's soothing on this brand new groove.
Party anthem brought to you by Yuk MC and Son Stanley. Hand me the mic and I'll do it like it's gotta be done, like it ought to be sung. If you thought it was done, that's a big mistake. Pop the champagne and the swig I take is monstrous on this plate of hors d'oeuvres, getting wiped out like a spotted by birds. Stopping and rhyming and stealing the show on a flying canoe that nobody rows, cause the paddles are missing and it started to leak. Of course we'll go when the Crazy Shit's creek without any ladies or Captain O'Hara, so to get in our way is something I dare you. If you think about that and you want us to meet them, this is the place that you shouldn't bring meat in. Cheers, get it.
We gonna make you move with a sense so smooth. We're gonna give it all. We got nothing to lose. We gonna take the truth and give it straight to you. Said we got the move that's soothing on this brand new groove.
We got together on a night late in December when the brothers wanted said let's make a jam. They all remember we got to work and put our work in on the beats, and we will hear them bumping at the parties in the streets. So move your feet, shake ass, and make your body move to the Crazy Shits. We're giving you a brand new groove. This shit is funky, make you like a weed junkie. The trunk is full of all the chronic, tonic, getting skunky varietals of cannabis. I always been a fan of this, and when the paper hits my lips, I'm feeling all the cannibals. But now back to with the cheese and potsy. That's a dope and the groove when you're at Yuk MC. We've been doing this forever, almost 4 generations since before the PlayStation was released to all the nation. Now we're back in full effect to deliver it to you. Just relax and listen to the crazy things we do.
We gonna make you move with a sound so smooth. We're gonna give it all. We got nothing to lose. We gonna take the truth and give it straight to you. Said we got the move that's soothing on this brand new groove.
Rock the house, show, house, show, rock the house, rock the house, show, house, show, rock the house show, house show. 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 Rock that
We gonna make you move with a sound so smooth. We're gonna give it all. We got nothing to lose. We gonna take the truth and give it straight to you. Said we got the move that's soothing on this brand new groove.
I want to send a message to the crazy six.
Okay, send that.
I'm gonna tell the crazy six something funny.
Oh yeah, what's he gonna be?
I guess he won't have to see.
Very nice.
Good
I
times.
feel like maybe there's been more dancing on this show than normal. Been a fair bit of dancing.
Yeah, from a child. I loved that video. Took me like 4 months to make. Like getting the vocals on was like I recorded my mouth in a set position. Then I superimposed my mouth onto each person's face because I didn't have their raps. The green screen video that Cheese and Potsy sent me was the most laughable video you've ever seen. It was both of them with their mics in front of them, and they were in front of a yellow folded curtain. They sent it to me. I was like, what the fuck is it? Like, I can't do anything with this. So I just took screenshots of their faces from the video and made my own. Yeah, it was. I love doing that stuff where I have no idea what I'm doing and making it work somehow. I've always been kind of a get it done kind of guy.
Yeah.
So do what you got to do, I guess, right?
Yeah. This has been a blast. I don't know if again if you're sort of aware of the history here, but Donnie and I kind of took over the show in May. You know, it was kind of a drop-in affair for a while, and then it kind of turned into just me and Donnie. And so we were like, well, let's turn this into a real show. And then Donnie got busy. I don't know if he's just got work stuff or life stuff or I mean, he's still putting out music, but he needed to take a break. But he's
I'll ask him when I redo my interview with him for my next podcast.
You know, he's planning on coming back for season 2, or at least last time I spoke to him, that's what he was planning to do. So we'll have to get you on season 2 when Donnie's back.
For sure, I'd love that. Yeah, and you know, the connection to Donnie Ozone. Obviously, he did a track on the Crazy Shits record. He did back in the day with us.
Dude, Donnie does a track on everything. I mean, like, it's no wonder the dude is like.
Oh man, he's awesome.
So busy.
He's amazing. super humble guy, but just willing to do it. You know, like you got to respect that. So he had sent his recording, his rap for that song. And we had the hook down, and I was playing it up on the rooftop patio that I was at. And Stanley started singing the chorus on the rooftop. And so I recorded him, and then I pitch shifted it a bit to make the harmony. So that's how he ended up being on the chorus of Back in the Day. But I also recorded him doing Donnie's rap and sent it to DOZ. And DOZ was so chuffed to see this, at the time, 4-year-old kid doing his raps. And it was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad respect for DOZ.
Very cool. Very cool. And then I don't know if you've ever worked with these guys, but next weekend, the timing worked out. Then I'm going to end up having Eddie Palmer on Saturday, and then Victor Van River on Sunday.
I'm aware of both of them, but I have not done anything with either of them.
Yeah. So both of those guys are Block Sonic guys. Victor's a good dude, and he likes to collaborate, and I think he feels sometimes a little isolated being in Kazakhstan. So
well, he won't. He's making an appearance on the next episode of
Very Nice.
He's already on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Eddie's a guy that I would say reach out to, but he's like Donnie. He's in like 1,000 different projects. He'd probably be willing to do something, but it's like, you know, maybe in like next year. Yeah, I mean, well, I guess it's December, so saying next year doesn't mean
Next
that
year's
much.
not so bad. Next year's not so bad.
2025. Yeah. So, but yeah, Eddie's a busy dude, and they just released him and one of his bands, Vietnam 2, just released a track on Friday, or not a track, an album on Friday. I haven't listened to it yet, but
I haven't either, but
Mike,
it's downloaded.
Mike, his what he's been saying about it. I mean, I didn't talk to him about it personally, but what he's been saying about it publicly makes it sound like it's going to be really, really interesting. So
Yeah,
I gotta
excited to
make
hear
sure
for
I
sure.
listen to it before Saturday when I talk to Eddie. So
Yeah, I'll be checking it out this week for sure.
sweet. All right, man. Well, it's you still got some of your day left. It's getting dark.
I
over
got a
here.
lot
It's
of it
starting
left.
to.
Yeah, it's only
Yeah.
1:20 here, so
Yeah.
I've got like
Yeah.
it's 18 hours. I'm still gonna be.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're not going to bed till 6. Yeah. Well, I guess it's
People
probably,
think I'm nuts, and I'm like, hey, listen, between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., there is nothing happening here. I
Yeah,
basically have the world to myself.
well, and some people, some of my friends, they like to go cycling at night, but I think because of that, it's just like there's nobody on the roads and stuff. I don't like the darkness just in general. But
But it's been actually really foggy here lately at night.
Oh.
So I go out, and it's just this it's like a compression chamber over your head. So when I'm sitting there and I can rap out loud, and it sounds like it's not going more than 5 feet. Right? It's amazing.
Yeah. Very nice. Well, I'm gonna go spend maybe do something. I want to say here, I'll give everybody a view here of what I'm seeing. I was gonna say I'm gonna go my hour left of the sun, but there's no sun today. So
I'll give you the same thing.
yeah, well, it's Vancouver. Yeah, you guys are known for.
Well, we are a rainforest.
Yeah, so you get that.
It happens.
For sure.
Cool.
All right,
well,
man.
Thanks so much, man. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. Nice catching up with you, and I'm sure we will talk on the very soon.
Yeah, and good luck with everything.
I appreciate it.
Peace.
Peace.